What's up? All right, all right, all right. Let's get it. 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 All right. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right, all right, all right. Look, I'm back. Um, so what we're gonna do is we listen. Have you ever wondered? Have you ever wondered how many people out there you tired of dating the wrong people? Have you ever wondered what if there was a surefire way to find out if he was the guy for you? What if there was a surefire way that I could teach you to find out if this guy, if a guy you met or a guy you're dating, or maybe a guy you're in a relationship, if I could show you a surefire way of how to vet him, how to know for sure if the guy's the one for you, and women too. Would you want to know that? Would you want to know that? Put one in the chat. Put one in the chat if you said yes, coach. So if you would want to know and you would, and they can no longer take advantage of you, would you want to know? Hey, listen, stay tuned. I'm gonna put y'all on some game tonight. If you want to know that, simply put yes in the comment section. Put yes in the comment section. All right, good, good, good. All right. So I'm gonna tell y'all a story in a minute. So get your popcorn, get your wine. All right, everybody, for the next 35, 40 minutes, however long I take, I want y'all to rock with me. I'm going to share with y'all something that's literally going to change your life. Now, if you're already in a relationship, I'm going to show you how to create more intimacy in the relationship. I'm going to show you how, and I got a foolproof method. Don't believe me, you'll see in a second. But before we do that, I'd like everybody to tell me your name and where you're checking in from so I can properly acknowledge you because you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with the doctor tonight. You're here with the professor tonight. So let me know your name and where you're checking in from. We got Christine from New Jersey in the building. Hey, Christine in the building. Now, that first name and where you checking in from. All right. First name, where you checking in from. What's that? Azure checking in from Boston. Sandra checking in from Fayetteville, Georgia. Kelly checking in from Auburn. Beachy, I bet Beachy, good to meet you. Desiree, Warren, Michigan. Y'all get out the vote up there. Rose from Dallas, Texas, in the building. Lisa from NYC in the building. All right, Angela from Mississippi. Fee from Iraq in the building. We got, what's that? Tanya from California in the building. Let's say Timmy or Teeny from the UK. Heidi, my girl. Shay from Dallas, Texas. Mean from Dallas, Texas. Lashana from Chicago, Illinois in the building. All right. Herbert from LA. And look, y'all, wherever you from, it's that Chi. I don't know. I want to make sure right from Florida in the building. Mr. Cole in the building. Nadine from Baltimore in the building. Now, so Let's that Kamala from Greensboro, North Carolina. All right. So check this out. So here's what I want to do. I am going to show you for the next few minutes, I am going to teach you how to know if a person you are dating. So let's say you're dating, and let's say, or you're in a relationship, but you're not sure if this person is the one for me. And then I told you, if I told you I had a surefire way that I could teach you that you would no longer pick the wrong person. Is that something you want to know? So many of you says, yeah, hey Laura. Many of you say yes. And so here's what we're going to do. So I want to tell you a story quickly. One of my clients, one of my private clients, my client met about 8 months ago. All right. And this client had had some dating woes. And she was one of the people who thought that the dating pool was not conducive to a long-term relationship. What's up, Jerome? My guy. Ask God, brother, for life. All right. So now I told her when we met, when she hired me, I said that my methodology is unorthodox. I said, I am a different kind of coach. And the truth is, I am the best there is out there. Now, everybody might say they're the best. And I said, I'm not just saying that. I'm saying, look at all of the relationships I've saved, 299 marriages and serious relationships. And I put over 1,000 couples together. All right. And you say, well, coach, all right, you say that. And so I said, I can show you. I said, have you been dating? She said, yeah, but I keep missing the wrong people. I keep picking the wrong people. And I said, if I could show you a way, a surefire way to stop doing that and pick people who were in alignment with you or pick your person, would you believe me? And, she reluctantly said yes, but I'm not sure she believed me. It didn't matter. But she was willing to do the work. She was willing to go with me on this journey. And so what I told her was, I explained to her how the brain works. So one of you, many of you who've been following me, I don't just talk like some of these people get a video off of online and online, what they do is they simply regurgitate what other relationship coaches say. Now, those of you who've been following me know I don't do that because my methodology is much, much different. I focus on the mind. I focus on why we do what we do. I focus on human behavior. I focus not on what we do, but I focus on why we do it. All right? Hey, Sierra. Hey there. How are you? And so what I'm gonna do tonight, I'm amping y'all up. This is called, what I'm doing to y'all right now is called salting. I'm salting, so you want to drink, and I'm about to give it to you. But this is called salting. All right. So when she came, she was doing it all wrong. She would say to me things like, you know what? Soon as I see a red flag, I'm in the wind. Does that sound like anybody? Soon as you see what you perceive is a red flag, what do? Do you run? And you're right, Sierra, the mind is everything. And so because I study how the mind works, Sierra does too. That's why I was drawn to her page. I understand how the subconscious works. I understand how the subconscious mind is the habitual mind. I understand the subconscious mind is where we house all of our traumas, all of our memories, all of our long-term memories, all of the things people have told us. I understand how the mind works. All right. Because of that. And so I began telling her, I said, what you have been doing, you are conditioned to do. Another word for conditioning is you are programmed to do it. Everyone on this call, everyone on all of my platforms that are looking, you do what you do because you are programmed to do it. Now, watch, I'm going somewhere. And she was like, okay. So I said, what you do, you have patterns. And one of the patterns you have is when you see something that reminds you of something you've seen before in the past in your relationship, when you see it, what you do is you associate the two. And so what you do is you run, right? She's like, yeah, how did you know? I said, because that is a pattern in your life. That is a pattern that your subconscious mind has created. And so I told her, I said, what I'm going to teach you is going to interrupt that pattern. What I'm going to teach you is you are going to have to recondition a new pattern, a new way of thinking, so that we can program your subconscious mind to think differently, so that you will operate differently. And so I begin to explain to her this. So everybody listen up. I begin to explain to her my methodology for dating. I begin to explain to her how you can determine if someone is right for you. I begin to show her what to do. All right. And so the first thing that I did was I explained to her how her subconscious mind works, right? And then I explained to her two things. Now watch this. And so if y'all stay with me, I'm going to give you an opportunity because I put this in a new book that I just wrote. The new book is called Just Ask 250 Questions to Know If He's the One. And all of you, anybody listening, you're going to have an opportunity to get the book tonight. But not only will you get the book, I am going to do a class on it later on in the next month, in November, in my academy. And if you get the book, you will be able to come to the class for, I don't know, I'll put some price on it, but it's going to be dirt cheap. All right. I'm going to teach it for 3 or 4 weeks. We'll figure it out. For those of you interested in it, but you got to get the book first. It's called Just Ask 250 Questions to Know If He's the One. Now watch this. So I begin explaining to her. I said, so let me take you over the next 8 months through my methodology. Oh, but before I tell you what happened, let me take you all the way to the end. She began doing what I told her to do, even though she didn't want to do it. Do you know? 6 weeks ago, this woman got married. 6 weeks ago. Now, y'all, I'm not saying everybody is going to get married, but I am saying that you are going to have the formula if you use it so that you will so that you will pick the right person, so that you'll stop picking the wrong person, so that you'll stop getting that, so you'll get out your own head, so you can start operating on a different plane. All right. So here's the deal. So let me go through the process, and y'all hang tough. I'm gonna show you where you can get the book tonight. I just rewrote the book. I rewrote it. It's a new release. I just rewrote it, revised it to have everything that I'm about to teach you in it in detail. All right. So here's how it goes. So I explained to her, number one, the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Get your notebooks out. Sierra teaches on this all the time. That's why I love her page. So follow me, follow me, follow me. So your conscious mind, think of it like this. Your conscious mind are all of the thoughts that you are aware of. Okay, your conscious mind is where your short-term memory is. Your conscious mind is your analytical mind. All right, your conscious mind. The conscious mind are the thoughts you are aware of. Let me give you an example. You are aware that you're listening to Coach Ken. You are aware that I'm teaching you something. So your mind is aware of these things. You are consciously aware of them. Now watch this. That is, now your conscious mind is only responsible for 10% of your reality. You see, the truth is we think that because we're conscious of something, it is what drives us. You ever notice how willpower is part of your conscious mind? You say, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds or 30 pounds, but your conscious mind knows what you need to do. Well, how come you don't do it? How come you have trouble with willpower? How? Because you're using your conscious mind, because your conscious mind is only responsible for 10% of your reality. All right. I'm going, y'all. Stay with me, stay with me, stay with me. All right. So then I explained to her, your conscious mind is only responsible for 10% of your reality. So if your conscious mind is only responsible for 10% of your reality, what's responsible for the other 90%? Well, it's your subconscious mind. I want you to think about this for a moment. Your subconscious mind is think of your subconscious mind like a computer that houses stuff. It's in your side of your brain. It retrieves and stores information. Think of it like a computer that has filing systems, filing cabinets. So your subconscious mind has all of your trauma in it. So when you think about your subconscious mind, you remember your trauma when you were a child. And you're right. Sierra says it downloads everything. It does. Your subconscious mind is where all your emotions are. How you feel about something, how you felt growing up. That is why some people are racist. It's because they were taught as a child, they found a way in their subconscious mind, because the people around me were racist, that racism is the thing that I'm supposed to do. You see, and so that is the reason. And so your subconscious mind, it has your emotions, your trauma, your long-term memory. It records everything. And so think of your subconscious mind as though it's a program that you're operating off of. Okay. It is a program and if you don't believe me, y'all, the subconscious mind is the habitual mind. It is the habit forming mind. Now, if you don't believe me, watch this. Have you ever driven somewhere and you had a whole bunch of stuff on your mind, and you don't really know how you got there? All you know is you turn right here, you turn left here, and you ended up in your parking lot of your job. Now, how do you think you got there? You got there because your subconscious mind took over. Your subconscious mind said, turn here, turn left here, turn there. It is the thing, it is the program that drives you behind the scene. Now you say, Coach, what does this all have to do with dating? What does this all have to do with me picking the right guy so I can stop picking the wrong guy? I'm going to get there. I told y'all I'm different. I told y'all the reason I got so many results is because I understand it. I understand this. Now watch this. So I said to her, I said, okay, let me simplify it for you. And I said, your conscious mind are things that we're aware of. When we are dating people, what do? We try to get to know the people. We try to get to know the people via the conscious mind. That is why we ask questions like this. Where did you go to school? Where did you go to school? How many kids do you have? Okay, you say, oh, where are you from? Oh, you like skiing? Notice what we're doing. We are asking questions that we're asking the conscious mind questions that they're already aware of the answer. And so what happens is we are trying to get to know them based on the conscious answers. Now, why is that a problem? Because the conscious answers, the ones we're aware, that's why people can fool you. That's why they listen to you and then they try to tell you what you want to hear. That's why they'll listen to you and they'll say, oh, you like this. And they become what you want them to be. They become what you need in the process. And then they get you. They get you, wind you up, and now they got you. So watch this. Now watch this. So I taught her, I said, okay, I want you to do something. I want you to approach dating differently. I want you to approach dating from a subconscious mind. And she said, "What do you mean, coach?" I said, "I want you to begin asking potential daters, asking them subconscious questions." What? I want you to begin doing what I call subconscious communication. Okay. So you might say, wait a minute, coach, what you talking about? So for instance, instead of me asking you, how many children do you have? Or where did you go to school? I ask you questions like this. I said, dude, now watch what I'm about to do. Tell me one fear that you have that no matter how you try to put it out of your mind, that fear is always present. Well, wait a minute. Coach, that is a subconscious question. You know why? Because the answer to the question lies in his subconscious mind, not his conscious mind. And he'll be like, I've never thought about that. Let me think about it. Now, watch this, y'all. Watch this. This is brilliant. Then I begin to ask you every question that I ask you is a subconscious question. And what happens? The reason I'm asking you a subconscious question is because that's where the true person resides. The true person, the true you, your beliefs, your views on the world lies in your subconscious. And the only way you get privy to it is you gotta know how to tap into it. And that is when you know if the person is in alignment with you. That is how you know, because the true person will come out when you ask them questions like this. You know what? You said you grew up with your mother. You know what? Tell me two things you learned from your mother that helped you become the man you are today. They're going to sit and look at you like, well, what are you trying to find out? You're trying to find out what was his relationship like with his mother. And see, a person can't fake this. You see, when you speak to the subconscious, you can't fake it. And they might answer the question. So in this new book that I wrote, I break down how you probe into the subconscious. Because watch this. Listen to me carefully. I teach you the difference between communication and interrogation. Ooh-wee. Coach, you on fire. You see, so I asked my class, I said, y'all, what is the difference between communication and interrogation? And most of them said, I don't know. They think it's the same thing. I said, no, 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 no. I said, the reason you don't want to ask the questions, the reason why somebody said we all ask questions like that, bro, you're old. Oh, somebody said you old. Somebody talking about me, you old, or some new generation. We all these deep questions. No, you don't. I can tell by Brand Zeldin, by the way you're wording this. You don't ask any deep questions into the subconscious because you don't have a clue what it is. What you said, by virtue of you saying, I ask deep questions, you don't know what you're talking about. And see, y'all, when you listen to people like that, that is the thing that gets you in a situation where you're messed up. So that is why I tell you. So when you adopt this, because whoever wrote that must be young, and they have no clue, and they're going to end up in toxic relationships. They're going to end up in relationships that don't serve them. They're going to end up in places, and they're going to come back one day and want to understand what I'm saying. Instead of telling me what a person has done, why don't people should listen and learn? Listen, y'all. I've been married 23 years, all right, to the same woman. I never cheated on my wife. There are men out there like me. I am a good man, a good father. I got 2 kids and 6 grandkids. And all of them, my 2 daughters say, I want my husband, and they are with men that they want to be like me. So we can do all of this all day long. Now, I'll get back to I digress, I regress, or whatever that is. Now, let me tell you something, because Most people, you're out here and you're not equipped. You are not equipped with the tools to do it. So I go back to my client. And my client said, Coach, well, when I ask the question and they don't answer me, I don't know what to do. I said, because you're not used to answering these questions, right? And I said, so here's what I want you to do. I said, I'm going to teach you how to go deeper. And there's a technique that I taught her using 5 words: who, what, when, where, why, and how. 6 words. Well, check it out. What we learned in elementary school. Let me show you how it works. And for those of you who want to go deeper, who want to get this book that I wrote and broke this down, and then you want to come to the class that I'm going to do in December, I just want you to hold on. So she said, I asked him one of the questions that were, because I got 250 subconscious questions in the book. She says, I asked him one of the questions about his father. One of the questions is, what did you learn from your father? What did your father teach you? And what did your father teach you that you take with you today? Okay. And he said his father didn't teach him anything because he wasn't there. And so I taught her how to go deeper into that, how he felt about it. I said, ask her who, what, when, where, and why, and how. Use those 5 words. I said, grab one. What? Now watch this. And then she asked him, well, when your father wasn't around, what did that do to you? What did that make you feel? What did that do to you? And the man began to explain what that did to them. And then she said, how did that affect you? And he said, I vowed to never be like that with my son. And so everything, now all of a sudden she began to find out that fatherhood to him was paramount. Y'all, she was like, this is amazing, Coach. I said, you know why it's amazing? Because most people don't want to learn how to communicate on this level. What most people just want to do, most people, all they want to do is simply feel good. They just want somebody that's going to make them feel good. No, it ain't hard, Jazzy Rose, finding somebody like me. It's just that because I ain't always been like me. I used to be full of game 2 years ago. But the difference is you don't want to communicate to find them. We just want to have that spark, that chemistry right away. And what I tell people is stop looking for chemistry and start looking for compatibility. You see, when you communicate the way that I'm teaching you, the focus is on compatibility and not chemistry. And so, y'all, I gotta get off in 5 minutes. My TV show coming on in 5 minutes. For those of you who watch my show, a lot of y'all do. It's on MTV. It's called Unfaithful Caught in the Act. I'm the relationship coach on the show. But anyway, I got 5 minutes. I got 5-6 minutes for y'all. All right. But look, because my wife, we set aside the time every Tuesday to watch the show. Now, for those of you who are listening, you see what I'm telling you. What I'm telling you is something you've never heard of. The reason, unless you've been listening to me, the reason other coaches don't talk about this because they don't know this. They don't know how to do this. Listen, they don't. So this is what I want you to do. For those of you listening, for those of you who want to start this process, I finished this ebook. It's called Just Ask 250 Questions to Know If He's the One. Go to my link tree in my bio. Go to the link tree. If you're on Instagram, if you're on Facebook, if you're on TikTok, go up to my bio and click on my link tree. You will see 250, just ask 250 questions to know if he's the one. If you buy the book, in November, I'm going to do a 3 to 4 week series on teaching. You will be able to come at a discount. Y'all, going into the new year, if you literally want to change your life, you have to change it. So for those of you, hold on. For those of you on YouTube, I'm going to give you this. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to put the link in the comment section. If you're on Facebook, go up to my bio, buy it, buy the book. All right. If you're on Instagram, go to my bio, click on my link tree, and you'll see just ask 250 questions to Northeast the One. If you are serious, I just finished it and put it up. I had 20 people in my relationship academy get it the other night. And listen, y'all, I'm telling you, and for those of you who tired of being sick and tired, take the first step. And then when you get it, email me at Coach Ken Canyon at Gmail. Say, I got it, Coach. And so then when the class happens, we're going to do the class probably we're going to start in November or sometime in November or the first week in December. I'm going to do 3 or 4 weeks. I'm going to teach you in depth how to do it. And you'll be able to come in at a discount. All right? But that's what and for men too. It's for men too. It just says women, but the questions are the same. It is the same thing I just put for women. It could be 250 questions to she's the one. It could be the exact same thing. I just put women because 90% of my audience are women, but it's the exact same thing for men. Exact. Change the word her to him or him to her. All right? The exact same thing. My mute button is on. Y'all can hear me? Can y'all hear me? Say yes, I can hear you, or no. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, okay. You can hear me on TikTok. Yes, you can hear me. Okay. All right. Y'all can hear me. All right, cool. Okay, you can hear me. All right. So that's what I want y'all to do. And so for the next, for those of you, this book was out. It was out for 2 years. It was called Just Ask 50 Questions to Northeast the One. And what I did, because I've gotten new information and because I'm teaching on a different level, I decided to revamp it. I rewrote the whole book in 1 month and put my methodology in the book. And when you read it, if the book ain't everything I'm saying, email me at Coach Ken at Gmail and I will give you your money back. That's how confident I am. I'll give you your money back. But you go buy the book and you tell me it ain't everything that I just told you. I'm telling you, one of my students, listen, y'all, I am telling you what I know. I'm telling you what I know. I stand 10 toes, Sierra, I stand 10 toes down on it. I do. Oh, by the way, Sierra, I got your book. My wife is reading I bought it for my wife, your book, and she took your journal. She writes in it every single day. Thank you so much, Sierra. Sierra does mindset, law of attraction, manifestation, something I believe in. I gave it to my wife and she loves it. Thank you so much, Sierra, for what you do. Okay. Yeah, it's still silent. I don't know, warrior woman. I don't know. Everybody else can hear, but you can't. I'm sorry. Hold on. All right, hold on. Warrior woman, can you hear me? You can't. If you can't hear me, email me at Coach Ken. I will go out and come back in. Okay. Yeah, she's loving the book. Now, y'all, listen. You said why do men cheat, Michaela? Men cheat for a different reason. Why do women cheat? Why do people cheat? All right. Why do people cheat? People cheat for a lot of different reasons. I can't tell you why every person cheats, but if you come to the show, I try to dissect those reasons. But I will say this: cheating is a choice. It is a choice we make. And look, I don't cheat. It's a choice that I make. And so what I'm going to say to you is this. There are women out there that cheat. There are men out there that cheat. Watch the show tonight and you will see one. All right. Everybody, men and women cheat. But I try to help people get into relations where they communicate and don't cheat. Okay. So y'all, those of you who want the book, go get the ebook and you can download it tonight. Download the book tonight. And if you get it, when I start teaching on it, you'll be able to get in for a lot lower rate. All right, y'all. I gotta go. My wife waiting on me. I've had a wonderful time with y'all. Go get if you're on Facebook, If you're on TikTok or Instagram, go to my bio, click just ask 250 questions to know if he's the one. If the book isn't all that I've told you, I will refund your money. I have no problem with that. All right? All right, y'all. I'm going to watch the show. MTV, Unfaithful Caught in the Act. All right, now I didn't say you'll get in for free. I said you will get in at a discounted rate. All right. I'm gonna teach for 4 weeks. So it won't be for free. I'm sorry. I don't want you to think that. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace.